Kodiak is a new free ghost client for the latest version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So to get it, you want to head over to their official website, kodiak.best. This is going to be linked down in the description below, together actually with my Discord server, where you can find this client together actually with a bunch of other ones. Anyways, here on their website, you want to click on this button to download their ghost client, which is what I'm going to be looking at today. By clicking on that, the download will automatically start. If you're getting an error just like this one, then there will be a fix for that down in the description below. Now, I can confirm that everything I show on this channel is safe to use. However, if you don't feel safe using something, of course, please don't. So now here, as you can see in my downloads, I have Kodiak client, and I can simply double click on this to open up. So here it is, and you'll know that it has been applied inside of Minecraft when it says injected at the top over there. Anyways, as you can see, this client is external. Why am I holding a crossbow? This client is external, which means that the GUI is not inside of Minecraft. It is on another part of your screen over here. Anyways, I'm going to be running through this client. As you can see, it is similar to quite a few other ghost clients, and it's not that difficult to use. Basically, the utilities that this client has is a clicker, reach, velocity, timer, and then some miscellaneous utilities as well, together with a settings area which doesn't contain anything right now because this client is still kind of in development, and that does mean that it will be continued to improve and of course update, stuff like that. Anyways, starting off with this clicker area over here, I'm going to go through one of these utilities in depth, and once you know how to use one of these, you'll basically know how to use all of them. So this clicker, it's an auto clicker, right? To enable it, you can click on this checkbox, and to disable it, you can click on that checkbox once again, or you can simply set a keybind for that. To set that keybind, you can click on that box, then press any key, for example K, and then that will be set as the keybind. To remove it, simply press on escape. So that's how you do that. I'm just going to keep that as a K right now. Now that that's my keybind, I can simply press on that to turn it on inside of Minecraft, hold down my left mouse button, and I will automatically start clicking, as you can see. Now to tune the amount of clicks per second you get with this auto clicker, you can use these sliders to set a minimum as well as a maximum amount of clicks per second. The reason why you would want to differ the minimum as well as maximum is so that you hover in between two specific values, which makes it less detectable to cheat detection systems. Now, of course, if you put this at 25 and this at 22, you're gonna get kicked anyways, right? Like, that is completely unrealistic. And of course, having these both at the same value is gonna assure you get one consistent amount of clicks per second. For the rest, we also have this option over here to avoid menus. This means that the auto clicker won't screw you over when you're, for example, trying to manage your inventory. For the rest, we also have different randomization options. So we just have default, then there's also Gaussian as well as exponential. I recommend just keeping this at default. There is also a drop chance, which is the amount of chance that this drops, making it even less detectable. Wow, fantastic. It's by default set to 10. You can slide this and put it at whatever you want, of course. Anyways, that's basically how to use the auto clicker. It should be pretty easy to use, pretty simple. And for the rest, we also have the reach, which is basically how far you reach inside of Minecraft. You can see that with these outlines here. I can reach a certain amount of space, right? And you can increase that using these sliders. I will warn you, this allows you to increase to 5.7. Most servers will automatically kick you for cheating if you put it at above like 3.2 consistently. You'll just get booted. Once again, we have some options over here as well. You can choose to set a keybind for this as well, as you can with almost all of the utilities. You can choose to only have this enabled during combat, as well as only when you are on the game, right? For the rest, you also have two different types of reach you can choose from, and then a chance. By default, this is set to 100, meaning that your reach is going to always hover in between the values that you have set over here. if you want to be even less detectable, in theory, you could tune this down, meaning that sometimes your reach will drop. Anyways, for the rest, I will move on to velocity now. Velocity is basically how far you get knocked back inside of Minecraft. When you get knocked back upwards as well as backwards, and you can tune all of those components individually. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of options here, and then of course you have all these standard options at the top there as well. There's also a timer. What this allows you to do is to tune the in-game time, basically how fast time happens in game. If I move this up a whole lot like so and then enable it, as you can see, everything happens incredibly fast. I move faster, this drowned moves faster, that fish moves faster, the sun moves faster, everything does, gravity does too. Kind of trippy, to be honest. Anyways, I'll just move this all back down again for right now. And then there is also this miscellaneous area containing some other things, which is basically kind of the replacement of the empty settings tab. We have this invisible in taskbar option that is enabled by default. That means that you can't see it down here. The invisible in stream option, which if you tick it, you won't be able to see it when recording with OBS. That is also enabled by default. A mistake I made around like maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago when I was looking at this client for the first time, so that's too bad. If you're recording a video on this, make sure it isn't ticked. And for the rest, you have the option to turn on fake lag, no hurt cam, name tags, as well as an anti-cheat disabler. I'm not sure entirely how well that works with all anti-cheats. I haven't personally tested it on a whole bunch myself. Anyways, for all those, you can also set keybinds, as you can see. And that's basically that for Kodiak client. It's a pretty good client, pretty simple client as well, but it does work pretty nice, and it's got some unique features to it as well that other Ghost clients don't have. And of course, it works for the latest version. Anyways, for right now, that was basically that. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.